Hi Sagittarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Saggies, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do a reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. Let's see, get this here. Let me see. Sorry guys, messing with the light here. There we go. All right. All right, so take what resonates with you, Saggies, and leave the rest. This is for Saggies for their highest good. Two cards for Saggies. Oh, wow. Wow. So, you have the card of transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. So definitely, I do feel like you are going through a huge change, huge transformation, that you are not the same person that you used to be. Okay. So really know that you're going through a huge transition right now. Wow. And then it says surrendering to the journey, release control. Surrendering to the journey, release control. Definitely. You know, let everything just come in, go with the flow, you know, go with the changes. Don't try to prevent anything. Don't try to stay in the same place either. Okay, so, wow. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Saggies. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Saggies, 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 Saggies. One for the current. This is for Sagittarius. One for the situation, for the past or now. What's hidden? One, oh, okay, the hopes and fears. For what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Wow. Okay. And the end of the card, you did get the Page of Swords. So there's something here that you needed to see, like some kind of truth, you know, something, speaking your truth, seeing the truth. Like really finding, like really standing strong and just going on. Okay. Let's see. So you do have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands says that you're exhausted, you're tired, but you know, the path is coming to a close. So it's good. You know, you're like right there. I feel like there is a new path here though, because you do have the Fool card here. You do have the Two of Wands. You're making decisions, but you're extremely tired. They're asking you to keep pushing forward, like don't give up on anything. You do have the Fool card here for the situation. There's a new cycle coming in for you. I feel like you need to take a leap of faith of some kind, like take a chance on something. For the past or now, you do have the Two of Wands. I feel like you need to find your patience. I feel like you are definitely making a decision or making plans. That's for sure. For the Five of Pentacles over here, for what's hidden, you do have, you do feel alone. You feel disappointed in things. You know, you even feel like you may not have enough of abundance. We'll see what else the cards say here. You have the Moon card for the hopes and fears. You know, you're not really certain about what the future holds for you or what your new path is. You're really just, you're thinking about a lot. You're in your mind. You need to trust your intuition, use your intuition also. Also, I feel like all this is going to happen very soon, like towards the 21st, where that eclipse is coming through. I feel like all that's going to come in. All this is going to change towards that way. And then you have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is talking about leaving something behind. You know, better times are here. You know, going with it. Just really just leaving a lot of stuff. You just don't want to deal with anything anymore. Wow. And then you have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is talking about, you know, having that inner power, that inner courage, the intuition that you have. To start using it. You're really trying to avoid, or you're really not using it. You're not following your heart as you should be. You have the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords is talking about really feeling exhausted. You're really feeling tired. You're feeling like, you know, just want to just rest, you know, and it's time to. With the Page of Swords here, I feel like you just need to speak your truth. I feel like you need to have really good communication. I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas, and you have a lot of ideas and inspirations in your mind right now. You're thinking about a lot. All right, so let's see what's going on. Saggies, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Saggies, 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 Saggies. All right. Why is the 9 of Wands here? One more card. See, I told you you're making some kind of decision here. They're asking you to really believe in what you want to create, what you want to do, because I feel like, like you're trying to give up in some way. And I feel like you need to not do that, okay? Because, I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, at times, but you really need to, just not give up. Find your strength to not give up. Keep pushing forward, because you're like at the finish line. Don't rush into anything. Especially decisions. Like, don't rush into any decisions. But really see the reality of it, because you have the 7 of Cups here. 7 of Cups says that, you want so much in your life. You do, but you're contemplating some kind of decision right now. They want you to really look at it. They want you to see the truth in it. They want you to really speak your truth, see your truth, stand strong over it. And with the 9 of Wands here, they're asking you to keep pushing forward, like persevere forward. Don't give up on anything, and believe in yourself that you can do this. Okay, that all this is just a bumpy road, and that at the end of it, you're going to see all these things, because things are changing for you. Things are changing. A lot of things are going to change very soon. You're contemplating making decisions, so you're on your way to this new beginning, which is right here next to you. And that's the Fool card. Why is the Fool card here for Saggies? One more card. Wow. See, I told you there's a lot of change here. My goodness. Have patience for everything, okay? Because this new cycle is going to come in. You got to believe that it is going to come in, that everything's going to fall in place for you. Really have patience and let everything come in. Stop trying to control everything. Just go with the changes. Even if it seems scary, like really just go with the changes that are going to come in, okay? And all your efforts are going to pay off. Everything that you want, everything that you've been trying to do, you're succeeding. You're going to move forward. Things are going to change, though. A lot of things are going to change, because you still have this Tower card that's lingering around here. But remember, think positive in everything, that everything's going to come in good, that nothing's going to be negative, that all these changes are for your better, for the good of you, for something better to come in. If you think like that, it's going to come in like that. Okay, so try to get away from that negativity. Wow. So there's a lot of change. I feel it here, and I see it here a lot. And then you have the 2 of Wands here. I feel like you already know what you want. You're making plans. You're trying to make plans. That's why you're in this mode where you're contemplating a decision. They want you to have patience for everything, okay? Like, I know you don't have patience, but you need to have patience. It's in divine timing, like I say. Nothing can be rushed. Right now is a time where we need to catch up on our rest. We need to go through a healing. We need to change the things that are no longer going to be good for us. And that's why you're going through this transformation over here. Wow. So I believe that this is happening now. You have the 5 of Pentacles here. And why is the 5 of Pentacles here for Saggies? Wow, that's crazy. So from the 9, what you're not seeing is that this 9 of Wands here pushing forward is going to lead you to this 10 of Wands, which is like like you're going forward. You're just like pushing forward, okay? But it comes with a lot, You started off with the card of 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is saying, you're lacking, you're not seeing the results that you want, and they're saying, hang in there, it's going to come in, just, be patient. I feel like also too, like you could feel like disappointed in things that have happened. But I feel like you need to use that as a learning lesson. Like, you just go with it and just keep going. Don't let anything bring you down and affect you. You do have the 10 of Wands, and things are going to start shifting for you, because the 10 of Wands usually brings a lot, like the next the next cycle coming in, you know, because there is a new path coming through for you. But you just have to have patience. You know, it's there, it's coming, but just gotta have patience. I also feel like you really need to really, you know, like you're taking on a lot right now. You know, you're carrying a lot of worry with you, and you're overthinking a lot. And I feel like that all that needs to end. You know, because it brings you down to this point where you're disappointed and, you know, frustrated, and feel like you're not gonna get there. Nothing's going to change, because it is going to change. But you just need to also set some kind of boundaries and not carry everybody's problems, or feel very overwhelmed or overthink about things, because that's how you feel right now. You have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the Wheel of Fortune says that there is that end of the cycle, because you do have that new beginning over here. So the wheel is turning. Okay, so now your luck is changing. You know, all these times that you're feeling like overwhelmed and feeling like, oh God, I gotta go do this, I gotta do that, things are going to change for the better. You know, you're not going to be feeling like that. You know, the end of the cycle is going to bring you better luck. It's going to bring you karma. You know, it's going to bring you, things are going to change. The world is turning. The wheel is turning in your favor. It's like everything's going to fall into place for you, but you just got to go with it. You do have the Moon card here, and the Moon is, why is the Moon here? For the hopes and the fears. Yeah, definitely going through a huge change here. You know, you want to feel better. You do. You need to start trusting your intuition. I feel like you're definitely on this spiritual path, on the new path. I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to be on a spiritual journey. And I feel like you're going to be connecting the dots and having a lot of aha moments, revelations coming through. And you're going to be like, wow, you know, this is why this happened. And I was there and I saw this. And this is why I had to go through this, you know. And I feel like you just want to feel better, and you will. You're going through a lot right now. You're going through a healing also. There's also a wish fulfillment here that wants to come through for you. But just have faith that everything's going to turn out the way you want to. If you have that and keep it and believe in it, it will. Okay. Even though you're going through all these changes, it's going to push you forward to something better. Trust me, it is. You know, it's not gonna stay like this all the time. You're not gonna be dealing with all this drama and all that, because you also have this Six of Swords here. You know, the Six of Swords is saying, hey, you're leaving a lot behind. You even have the Eight of Cups here, where you're walking away. You know, you don't want to deal with the things no more. You don't want to have those obstacles in your way anymore. So you're definitely moving forward. Okay, so it's good, very nice. You have the Six of Swords up here for what you need to do now. And why is the Six of Swords here? One more card. Yeah, really leave the past behind. Okay, really try your best to leave the past behind, because you need to. You know, you're very smart, you're very wise, you know how to do things, you know, but you need to leave that past. Okay, like let it go, leave it alone, because you're right now you're thinking about it a lot, and you're also going through this healing, being very nostalgic, thinking about people in the past, you know, even deaths, you know, but they want you to leave that behind. Okay, try to leave that behind. I also feel like better times are here. I feel like there's prosperity coming in for you, because your luck is changing for the better. You're gonna, you know, be getting prosperity here and there. But definitely better times are here. I feel like you want to try to create that strong foundation. You always have. You want that stability, and you'll get it. But you just need to have patience. Okay, really focus on your finances also. You know, really take a good look at all that too, and try to leave that past. I also feel like there could be some kind of apology here for you coming back. Somebody could be coming back to give you some kind of apology. Remember, it's free will. We don't have to accept apology, but it's going to come back. Somebody's going to come back to give you some kind of apology. Then you have the High Priestess here. And why is the High Priestess here, and what you need to work on? One more card. Wow. All right. So, you know, there's been difficult times coming up. You do have the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords is talking about, you know, being emotional, you know, being in your something that has hurt you, something that has, really taken a toll on you, and they really want you to work on your emotions, okay, like your mental, your emotional state, really don't let don't let all that get to you. Don't let that bother you anymore, and I feel like it won't. I feel like you're going to be uplifted from that. Like you're going to leave that behind, because you also have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles says that, you're going to be very, you may have a lot of emotions, but you're going to be able to handle it. I feel like you are definitely on the right path. I feel like you're going to have a lot of creative ideas. I feel like there's important messages coming in for you also. And I feel like there is abundance here. But, it's up to you. Abundance, like opportunities, like financial opportunities, Just really keep your emotions in balance, okay? But I feel like you will. Because even though, you've been hurt in the past, I feel like you're just going to keep moving forward. You're going to create something. You're going to want to create something. You have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Use your intuition. Okay, you guys, really open up that intuition when you can. But you will, because some of you guys are going on this spiritual journey. So it's going to lead you down that path to open up your intuition. You're going to be like wanting to know, how do I do this? How do I do that? Definitely. Very nice. Prosperity, you're going to be creating. You'll be very inspired. You are definitely on the right path. There's messages coming through for you. And then you have the Four of Swords here. And why there's a Four of Swords here? Wow, look at that. That's good. Oh, of course. Wow, I knew I was waiting for that card to come out. Okay, so you're going through this huge transformation, right? This huge transformation here. You see it. Things are changing. You're not the same person that you used to be. Everything has changed. You could be changing your hair. You could be changing the way you look. You could be changing the way you feel. You could be changing your habits. Whatever it is, you're going through a huge transformation. So that's why all this change is coming in, okay? Because you have the card here twice. Again, the Death card is here. This is basically this card right here. You're changing. You're leaving those old ways behind. You're going through this huge change, this rebirth, this reborn again. So just know that things are going to fall into place. Things are going to balance out for you. There's a truth here, that you're no longer not seeing things with your eyes closed. You're seeing things for what they are, is what they're saying. Okay. You're seeing the truth in everything. You no longer, because you have that gift. You have that. It's like you already know, it's almost as if you've grown. You're growing up. Like you were a baby before, but now it's like you're an adult, and you're like, wow, I could see now, I could see through people, and I could see through what they're telling me, and I could see what they're not truthful about. And that's this card right here. Everything's going to start balancing out for you. If you're dealing with anything legally, it's going to be in your favor. Wow. The Justice is here also. Justice is here. Okay, so you don't have to do anything to anybody. Justice is here. Let the universe, let God, let them handle it. Okay, just don't do anything to anybody. If anybody cut you off or anything, let them. Just know justice is here. You also have the Four of Swords here, and the Four of Swords is saying, take it easy, rest. It's time to heal all these old wounds. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to nourish your body, to nourish your mind. It's time to sleep, you guys. It's time to rest. And I'm not just talking one day. I'm talking get some rest when you feel like it. Eat better, drink water, whatever you need to do it, because it's time, okay? Because we got the holidays coming up, it's coming. They're asking you to go with the changes. Just go with the changes. Let everything come in. Don't try to control anything or stop anything or not go with the changes. Let it come in, because there are good changes coming in for you. You may be afraid that all these changes are just going to hit you all at once, but they're not. They're just, things have to change in order for you to move forward, so it's like a help. They're going to push you. Even though it seems scary, go with it, okay? All right, so Saggies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.